Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where J.D. Vance was threatened by J.D. Vance, this is Ballot.
We live in a world where Marjorie Taylor Greene is the same. What's even happening? I'm Patrick Gutfield, and a man named James Donald Vance Jr., who goes by J.D. Vance, was sentenced Monday to 2 years in prison for threatening to kill President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. Yes, a J.D. Vance threatened J.D. Vance. The Secret Service arrested J.D. Vance after he posted threats on social media saying he'd kill the president and vice president. The confusion here is understandable. When Secret Service agents showed up looking for J.D. Vance, who threatened J.D. Vance, at least they knew they had the right name. Vice President Vance, the one who's not in prison, has had several names throughout his life, as detailed in his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. But probably none of them involved federal charges. That's the other J.D. Vance. Easy mistake to make. Keith Urban performed at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend for Australian billionaire Anthony Pratt, and his song choice has people asking questions. Urban covered Chappell Roan's Pink Pony Club, an LGBTQ+ anthem inspired by a famous West Hollywood gay bar. At Mar-a-Lago, for a billionaire. Trump's resort. Chappell Roan, who paused her Los Angeles concert last month to cuss out ICE, has not commented. But her fans have thoughts. One said, how dare he take a queer song from a queer icon and play it at that place? Which is fair. There's probably a shorter list of places less appropriate for Pink Pony Club than Mar-a-Lago, but you'd have to work at it. Other fans pointed out this isn't the first LGBTQ+ anthem embraced by the Trump crowd. Trump himself has used the Village People's YMCA at countless events. Nothing says traditional values like dancing to a song by a disco group dressed as a cop, a construction worker, and a cowboy. The Village People wrote YMCA about cruising at the gym, and it became a wedding reception staple. Now it's a MAGA rally closer, full circle. Breaking news from the Oval Office, where presidential work now apparently means printing out your own social media posts like some kind of narcissistic scrapbooker. Picture this: Trump's desk, a shrine to self-promotion. Each tweet gets its own pristine piece of paper, printed out with the care and precision usually reserved for wedding invitations. But wait, there's more presidential performance art. A glass on the Resolute desk without a coaster? That's either peak confidence or total disregard for historic furniture. I'm betting on option 2. And the cherry on this absurdity Sunday? Trump wasn't even in Washington. While senators were posting about working hard, he was living it up in Mar-a-Lago, probably practicing his golf swing and throwing a party that would make a Gatsby look budget. This isn't a workday. This is a performance. A one-man show titled, Look How Hard I'm Working, starring Donald Trump, directed by his own ego. In the world of presidential optics, this is less leader of the free world and more middle manager who just discovered the print screen button. Marjorie Taylor Greene held a press conference alongside survivors of Jeffrey Epstein, and she went after Donald Trump, the man she's defended for 6 years, calling him out for labeling her Marjorie Traitor Greene over the weekend. Trump dumped Greene after she criticized his handling of the Epstein investigation, and Greene was not happy about it. I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for, and I gave him my loyalty for free, she said. For free, like loyalty is something you're supposed to charge for. I would have been loyal for money, but I did it pro bono. That's how dedicated I was. She went on, I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary, and I've never owed him anything. Which is a fascinating thing to say after spending 6 years acting like you owe him everything. It's like breaking up with someone and immediately saying, and another thing, I never even liked you. Okay, Marjorie. Sure. Then Greene really twisted the knife. She said, what? Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me now. So just to be clear, Greene is implying Trump is the traitor. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has spent years defending Trump through 2 impeachments, an insurrection, 4 indictments, and approximately 900 scandals, just called him a traitor in front of Epstein survivors and a bunch of cameras. This is the same woman who said Jewish space lasers started wildfires. The same woman who was stripped of her committee assignments. The same woman who tried to impeach Joe Biden on day one. And now she's the reasonable one standing with survivors while Trump calls her a traitor on social media. I don't know what timeline we're in anymore, but I want off this ride. It's as if portions of today's show were made with the help of AI.